officers released from the hospital after being shot.
That they have a long recovery ahead of them. Spirits was pretty high. One of them shouted out to me, "Don't worry, Chief, we'll be right back."
What police are still investigating. A DC News Now exclusive poll on Maryland's tightly contested Senate race. In honoring Black history, we're looking at a program helping kids stay out of trouble. And then partly sunny for now with some showers ahead of tomorrow's snow. Plus, we're stretching your dollar with some free events in the DMV that foster your kids' love of learning.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, good people. Thank you for joining us on DC News Now at noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw. Developing now, 3 DC police officers are back with their families and out of the hospital. This comes after they were shot yesterday while trying to serve a warrant. And now DC News Now's Candace Cole has more from the hospital where the officers got a huge send-off.
The officers who were injured during Wednesday's violent standoff in Southeast D.C. received a warm reception from fellow D.C. police officers who lined the entrance of Washington Hospital Center. Today, officers who were injured while attempting to serve an arrest warrant for 46-year-old Julius James on animal cruelty charges have been released from the hospital. 3 of those officers were shot while standing outside of James' home on Hannah Place Southeast around 7:30 Wednesday morning. James then barricaded himself inside the house for over 12 hours. One of the officers was shot twice in his bulletproof vest, once in the chest and in the lower back. The other 2 were shot in the lower leg. That's according to D.C. Police Union President Greg Pemberton. A 4th officer was treated for non-gun related injuries. D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith told us their spirits were high upon leaving the hospital, undeterred by their injuries.
The spirits was pretty high. One of them shouted out to me, "Don't worry, Chief, we'll be right back." So I'm very excited to know that they're excited about doing this work. And as you know, this is not an easy job.
Now, as we've reported, 31 dogs were removed from James' house. In addition to the animal cruelty charges, Chief Smith says that he's also facing multiple charges for assaulting a police officer. Reporting from Washington Hospital Center, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
And the investigation continues into a second day along Hannah Place in Southeast D.C., where this all started yesterday morning. Our Randy Bass is back on the scene again today, just steps away from where those investigators are working. Randy, what are you seeing at this hour?
Yeah, Shanika, still very active here along Hannah Place. Investigators, officers, even police canines are scouring the block for any kind of evidence related to yesterday's barricade situation. I want to get you a closer look at that investigation as it happens in real time right now. Officers appear to be focusing in on one house in particular. The barricade situation, of course, coming to an end yesterday, right before 9 o'clock last night. This is where police believe those shots were coming from last night. The suspect, Julius James, was taken into custody. He's expected to appear in court here in D.C. in about 90 minutes. Neighbors today told me he was often seen out walking his dogs. Police and the Humane Rescue Alliance removed 31 dogs from that home while serving an animal cruelty arrest warrant last night. Those same neighbors today telling us they're feeling rattled but grateful everyone is going to be okay.
It was very, very, very scary yesterday. I don't want my family in D.C., my grandchildren. I cry every day when people get killed.
Shanika, stand by.
All right, thank you, Randy. In Montgomery County, a former high school track coach will spend the next year in prison for sexually abusing a student athlete. Giovanni Ramonte was sentenced yesterday to 5 years with all but 1 year suspended. Ramonte started coaching at Northwood High School in 2013. The 34-year-old will register as a sex offender and be on supervised probation until his release. And in Loudoun County police are investigating a death in Ashburn. Officials say a man was found dead in the parking lot of the Ashburn Meadows apartments last night. No word yet on the man's identity or how he died. Authorities believe there's no threat to the public. And switching gears now, our meteorologist Damon Matson joins us with a check on the forecast. Damon, it was very cold this morning, and I heard that S word.
Yes, the snow is possibly coming down the line. Once again, Mother Nature not cutting us much slack here this week. We had that wintry event Monday night into Tuesday morning, and it looks like we could be in line for another. And the reason for that, part of it anyway, yeah, we had some cold temperatures. Yesterday was quite chilly for your Valentine's Day, and then waking up this morning, most of the area tumbled down into the 20s, and we even had some lower 20s. Waldorf there at 22. Manassas 21, and then Martinsburg right at that 20-degree mark. So it was quite cold as we kicked things off today. Now, the sunshine is rather limited as some high clouds have rolled in, but temperatures are on the rebound, partially because we had a change in wind direction overnight. Still a little bit breezy out there at 10 to 15 miles per hour, but we're seeing a southerly wind developing. So that is going to bring in some warmer air and boost up those temperatures a little bit here, but a little bit of an unsettled pattern is developing as we are going to see 2 weak systems pass by, the first of which is going to clip by to our north late today going into tonight. Notice all the snow across the Great Lakes, a little bit of rainfall on the southern edge of this clipper system. That rainfall is a little bit closer to us here in the DMV, but again, notice how most of the precipitation is off to our north. So this first system not going to be as much of an impact for us here moving along, but as we move into the later afternoon hours, we will see those clouds wavering in and out with no precipitation expected yet anyway. The only precipitation we're likely to see, a few rain showers out toward western Maryland and West Virginia in the mountains. Now, tomorrow, the system that rolls in a little bit differently. It tracks right through the area with colder temperatures in place, which means snowfall. We'll talk about how much snow we could see as we head toward the weekend coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. The Loudoun County government is asking for the public's input on the proposed budget for fiscal year 2025. Morning anchor Corey James breaks down the highlights of the proposal.
The proposed $5 billion budget would start this July. Now, nearly $41 million would be used to increase pay for Loudoun County government employees. The budget also includes funding for over 260 new jobs across 26 departments. There's also proposed a 5-cent reduction in the general personal property tax rate. Officials say forecasted economic conditions play a role in the proposed budget increases as the possibility of a recession is declining. Officials also expect the population to grow, so more funding is being used for county resources. And take a look at your screen here. People living in the county are invited to comment on the budget proposal. The county is holding 3 public hearings. You can see some of the dates and times for those hearings on your screens. The hearings will take place in the Government Center on Harrison Street, Southeast, and Leesburg. And if you cannot make it to a meeting in person, you can send a letter or email with comments to the County Board of Supervisors. The board is also accepting comments through social media on their Facebook and X pages. In the studio, Corey James, DC News Now.
And staying in Virginia, Prince William County Public Schools is receiving a grant to help recruit and train future teachers and address classroom staffing needs. Now, the grant from the Virginia Department of Education will be used to create a teacher apprenticeship program in the county. The DOE is awarding over $1.5 million to 24 school districts. Also, in Loudoun County, they're holding a meeting on Route 50. That's today. It's all to review a study conducted by the county. They'll also participate in activities to provide input on safety along Route 50. After the meeting, those who attend can take a survey. Now, that survey closes next month. And in Maryland, the General Assembly is holding a hearing on street racing. Now, the bill is set to alter certain penalties for motor vehicle violations related to racing. The bill will also establish certain defenses to an exhibition driving charge. A similar bill was introduced last year, but it hasn't made it its way to the Senate. And in Fairfax County, police working hard to keep your car from being broken into or stolen. They say by being proactive, you can reduce your chance of becoming a victim. Police say you should always lock your doors, park in well-lit areas, and make sure those areas are populated. You can also invest in an alarm system, a steering wheel lock, or GPS tracking. Police also say you should keep valuable items out of sight. Make sure you never leave your keys in your car, even to warm it up when it's cold. And lastly, be aware of your surroundings at all times and report suspicious activities to police. And good news for Metro riders. The bus loop at Friendship Heights Metro is reopening on Saturday. Customers will be able to return to original bus locations. The loop was closed in December to repair the concrete, which had cracks. It is now 12:10, stretching your dollar. A new report suggests that couples who manage their money together may stay together longer. Consumer reporter Ben Dennis has advice on how healthy financial savings could also save you from difficult conversations.
Hey there, a new study from Indiana University suggests couples who are connected on how much money they may spend more years together than those who don't. One financial planner adds that prioritizing personal money goals will also help you avoid difficult conversations with your significant other. IU's survey followed 230 couples with different relationship lengths, and those with merged bank accounts reported higher relationship quality after 2 years, even people who partially merged their money. So where to start toward savings goals? For couples, the People's Federal Credit Union says start a conversation. Contrary to putting off those difficult talks, automate your savings. Use the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income goes to needs like rent, mortgages, insurance, 30% to things that you want, dining out, concerts, new tech, 20% to savings. And using those high-yield savings accounts, they are going to add more money annually to your contributions.
Love and money go hand in hand, and both are supposed to grow. They've got to build a feeling of trust, and people have to decide on whether they want to do his, hers, ours, or mine. That really depends on where they are in life, and also what are their feelings and experiences about money in the past.
And in the event a relationship doesn't last, steps to prepare your finances according to Wells Fargo, they include getting organized with your accounts, property, and debt, plus whether you will keep or close specific joint accounts, and be mindful of those bills to keep your credit healthy, and then of course plan your future budget. Ben Dennis, DC News Now.